No least on this forecast, though, because we're getting it right now from meteorologist Daniel McDonald.
Yes, and it looks like we do have some better news in the forecast here after what has been an extremely hot and humid start to the week and really even end to this past weekend, as we are looking at cooler temperatures for today. You may not think it looking at these current stats, 84 degrees, feeling like 93 before 9 a.m., but cloudy skies and a little bit of some rain that is on its way out, as well as winds out of the northeast. As you can see, that direction there going to be a big factor in keeping us maybe from only seeing temperatures rise by about 10 degrees or so, as we are looking for a very sort of unusual day in the forecast where we have the very warm start and then a more seasonal sort of afternoon. 79 is in Covington is the only spot right now that is below the 80s. All of us have warmed up quite a bit, and many of us stayed in the 80s late last night, but we haven't really warmed up too much here over the past 2 to 3 hours. The heat index, of course, is still quite impressive in many locations. Of course, Memphis there, and then Corinth at 94 being the warmest single spot. But as those winds continue out of the northeast here today, not too strongly, but enough power there to, I think, really help, along with the cloud cover, keep us in a more seasonal range. So differences of about 5 degrees only from yesterday. 97 was the high in Memphis. We fell short of the triple digits, but it is going to be considerably less humid. I think most areas only get to around the upper 90s for the feels like temperature. Still not the most comfortable, but it's now nowhere close to yesterday's readings of 110 plus in many regions. And I do think there are going to be a few spots that may manage to get even a little higher than the century mark. 105 or so is possible in Lee, Phillips, Coahoma, Quitman, Panola, and parts of Tunica counties, as we do have a heat advisory that is still going to be in effect until later tonight at around 8 p.m. We are going to be seeing, I think, in the rest of the area, not covered with any of those advisories here, just again the double digits for the heat index, but I think along the delta is where we may end up seeing just a little bit more sunshine throughout the day. That could allow for just some higher temperatures, some higher heat indices, though I do think it still, of course, is going to be a very large improvement from yesterday. The rainfall going to be having an impact here, as well as the cloud cover and the winds, but it's going to be a little bit less pronounced, especially when we switch over to our sweeping local radar here in Memphis. That national view appearing to show a lot more rain than what is actually making it further towards the ground level. Right now, it seems that we only have a few heavier downpours that are starting to make their way into St. Francis County in Arkansas, and then off into just east of Clarksdale, splitting between Coahoma and Quitman counties. The rest of the area, maybe either just some very light showers or staying dry, as we should say, partly to mostly cloudy throughout the day. A rain chance of around 30% or so, a more stable atmosphere that arrives by later on this afternoon. But in some of those areas where we do have the heat advisory, further southwest in Arkansas and Mississippi, there may be an opportunity for some moisture to find a pocket here of maybe a little more instability that allows for just the development of a few brief thunderstorms. But mostly, I think the chance here is going to be just for a little bit of a resurgence of some showers between around 3 and 6 p.m. here today, while we stay dry as we head into the overnight hours. Thursday looking bone dry. Friday, at least during the daylight hours, also looking pretty dry. But I do think that as we head into Friday night, early Saturday morning, we may actually get a more widespread risk of some thunderstorms in the area, and that'll certainly be a spot here, or a period to watch as we do head forward to, again, some less than eventful weather patterns here, more seasonal and not any sort of real threat of extreme heat or heat indices in the forecast long term. 73 though for tonight, partly cloudy skies. We're going to see those temperatures really just hold steady these next few days. We'll watch for Friday evening for a couple of storms to kick off our weekend, though I do think any sort of really widespread development will be well past midnight, maybe even a little bit closer to sunrise on Saturday. But overall, it's going to still be a cooler pattern for the weekend, maybe even seeing only the upper 80s for those high temperatures on Sunday, and then even into next week, as we are still remaining dry, temperatures still manage to only find that ceiling of about 92 degrees. So it is going to be a much more relaxed pattern as we wrap up the month of July and head into August.